The atmosphere, the people here around are so passionate, so it's incredible.
I get goosebumps every time I see this.
The Nürburgring is really a very special place, and it's a very difficult place.
It's very, very good to have all these fans back here in the home of motorsport.
before the storm.
Herzlich willkommen. Welcome to round number, there we are. Round number 5, Nürburgring eSports GT3 series. My name is Sebastian and I'm your host for tonight's race. So welcome everybody watching the English stream. Please make sure to get engaged. Please make sure to comment in the live chat on YouTube so that we can have a good conversation and a good race. It will be about 2 hours. I will be your host. So yeah, let's have a good night, a good evening together and watch some awesome GT3 racing. Today we are at the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya, located in the north of Spain, just north of Barcelona, the capital of Spain. So yeah, make sure to tune in, make sure to invite your friends to have a look at Nürburgring eSports GT3 series tonight. I'm happy to have you with me. Let's go and have a look on the calendar. We will be switching to the calendar in a second. There we are. So as you can see, as I told you, we are at the penultimate round. The penultimate round of the GT3 Championship at Barcelona. We already had great races in Spa, Silverstone, Monza and Mugello. We will have a very, very competitive race today. As far as the practice times don't fool me. And in 2 weeks' time, there will be the final race of the Nürburgring eSports GT3 series on the Nürburgring GP track. Obviously, Nürburgring GP track. Just before the Nürburgring eSports Championship 2025 starts, 1 week later with the prologue, and another week later with the start of the season from Daytona. Well, we will get to the Nürburgring eSports Championship probably a little later. You can't miss it, or I can't miss it when I watch the live feed, because there's advertisement all over the track. Yeah. So as I said, Barcelona, this is the track we're racing today. A very famous track built in 1991. Especially for Formula 1 purposes, and in September 1991 it was the opening race of the Formula 1 at Barcelona-Catalunya. As I said, today we're racing with GT3 cars, and German fans will already know or will remember this track, because this is the track where Michael Schumacher, famous Michael Schumacher, the GOAT, took his maiden victory in red, his first Ferrari win. Very bad weather conditions back in 1996. Today, yeah, there we are with the live view. Today, as you can see, it's bright and sunny. Our race administrator likes bright and sunny weather with good track conditions. So there will be a lot more variation through the Nürburgring eSports Championship. But as you can see, qualifying still 15 minutes to go. And yeah, times are rather competitive already, yes. It's very, very competitive, actually. There is the current leader, and as I was about to say, he lost the lead, Sergio Traniceru. He is racing, as far as I know, from the bar in... Yeah, where is he racing from? So, as far as you're new, he's racing from Zurich. So, if you're new to the Nürburgring eSports Championship, to all of our races and to all of our events, Nürburgring eSports is a big community of racing bars spread all over Germany and Switzerland. So we have, at the moment, as of now, there are 5 active bars. Nürburgring, obviously, that's the main thing, the flagship store. Then we have Koblenz, just around the corner, nearly an hour away from the Nürburgring in Koblenz, and then in Switzerland 3 more bars in Zurich, in Luzern, and in Roche. Greetings to the guys in Roche. Always nice to have them on board and to have them watch the stream. So there will be drivers, or there are drivers in every bar. We today have 27 drivers, a little less than last time. Probably it's because of the Easter holidays, but no worries. We will have, as you can see with the timing screen, a very, very competitive field. So on screen you can see Antonio Manganelli finished second last race in Mugello. And yeah, he was the first guy able to split the Baumot Motorsport guys, who are in person. Maxi Röhrig on provisional pole at the moment once more, and Jeremy Baumot in P4. A little wiggle from Antonio Manganelli there, coming out of the of this long right-hander. We quickly have a look if I can find the... Oh yeah, it's Banco de Sabadell. Turn 11 it is. So, and as you probably already spotted, we're racing the MotoGP layout. So this is the back straight, and the back straight normally has a very tight hairpin. In this case, as you can see, the hairpin on the inside, we're taking the long way around. The long way, the MotoGP layout with a long sweeping left-hander, just followed by a long sweeping right-hander. As I said in the track introduction, you can find on YouTube patience. Patience is key on that track. So there are a lot of very, very long corners where you really have to be patient on throttle, because if you accelerate too early out of the corner, yeah, you will likely have to you are likely understeering like crazy. So yeah, patience is key on that track. Greetings to the social media team. And we're switching the camera to Jan Emmons. He's one of the drivers, one of the well-known drivers from Germany. He's driving from the bar at the Nürburgring. And probably one of you guys from the Jan Emmons fan club is watching the English stream. So make sure to get engaged in the chat. And if you're not watching English stream, then go ahead and get engaged in the German stream. My colleague Patrick Kaczynski, the green hair driver, the famous green hair driver, is commentating on the German stream. So that is for you the alternative. Sandro Bolshauser, third in the championship actually at the moment. Very, very closely charged from Patrick Schischka, only in P9. Yeah, but Sandro, there he is, closely followed by Patrick Schischka. Patrick Schischka in P6. Sandro Bolshauser, meanwhile, back to P10. But Sandro was never, how do you say, very spectacular in qualifying, but he's very intelligent in the race and always made up one or another spot in the race with very, very good results. You guys, viewers and watchers and followers can see the live standings on our website. Go to Nürburgring eSports.com. And on GT3 series, there's a tab with standings, so you're always up to date. So we're running with F1 point system, so there's 25 points for the winner, 18 points for P2, and an extra point for the fastest lap. Max Grenzner, one of our fellow drivers from the Nürburgring, once more with his Ferrari and the very interesting livery on that, is in picture at the moment, and switching back to the substitute driver once more for the team Kreditreform from Koblenz, Kilian Lutterbach. Ferdinando Dapice racing from Zurich, now in the picture, closely followed by his teammate Gianluigi Tartoli. Gianluigi today drives from, I'm not sure, he sometimes drives from Opfikon and sometimes he drives from Luzern. I think today he's back at Kriens. Yeah, from Luzern, yeah. Back in Luzern, back at the bar in Kriens. That's our newest entry of bars, open since March. This year, a very new 8 very new simulators, newest standard. So if you're nearby Luzern, give this bar a visit and try it yourself. Every bar runs a set of full motion racing simulators, so it's the same material, the same circumstances for every driver. Every driver has a full motion simulator under his belt, under his butt, I wanted to say. So yeah, same circumstances for everybody, with very new hardware from Fanatec, obviously. Yeah, speaking of Fanatec, first thing I'll have to tell you, and you have to notice, Fanatec, we engaged our partnership with Fanatec even further, and Fanatec already launched the new Porsche GT Vision wheel, and you can try that wheel out in our bars, and there's a little challenge connected to that. So if you try it out, if you are the fastest guy with the Cup Porsche 992 on the Nürburgring GP track at the end of the 4th May, you are eligible to win the new Fanatec Porsche GT Vision wheel. So make sure to make the most out of your visit in one of our bars. The challenge is valid in all of our bars. There's Thorsten. Leon, probably you want to go to at the phone. Thorsten is calling me for whatever reason. Geht doch bitte einfach mal. So yeah, that is, there was a phone call. Sorry for being distracted at this point. So yeah, we're here at the turn 4. We're on board, or not on board, but on camera with Alexander Haug, one of the drivers as well from Kriens, with the beautiful sounding Lexus. I have no game sound on my ear, but you probably can hear these beautiful sounding Lexus. There was another one behind. This is the one from Remo Kunz. These both drivers are driving the whole season with the Lexus GT3. So very, very good outcome of this car. And this is Antonio Manganelli right on the edge of everything, trying to beat Jeremy Baumert this time. He's close. He's very close behind. It's just about, as my math is right, 710, 700s. Yeah, so obviously some strategic questions from Koblenz, but we are able to explain most likely everything. So once more, please make sure to get engaged in the chat. Let me know what you think about the series. Did you enjoy watching the Nürburgring eSports GT3 series? Did you enjoy watching the GT3 series? Do you have fun? Are you planning to visit one of our bars and take part of the championship probably? Because, as I said, the Nürburgring eSports Championship, the main series from Nürburgring eSports, will start in May. There are a few spots open in Switzerland. Unfortunately, if you're from Germany, in Nürburgring, at the Nürburgring and in Koblenz, everything is already sold out. There's a waiting list, obviously, so you can write an email via the contact formula on our website if you want to be on the waiting list, but you can't register anymore in Germany for the Nürburgring eSports Championship. But as I said, there are a few free spots in Switzerland. So 5 minutes ago in qualifying, and yeah, we have a new provisional pole sitter, Jeremy Baumert, I think. Oh no, Jeremy Baumert was before, as I see the times. Jeremy Baumert on pole position. He got beaten by his teammate Maximilian Röhrig the last 4 rounds. Will he be able to fight back today? So it's within 2/10 the first 3 guys, Jeremy Baumert, Antonio Manganelli and Maxi Röhrig. It's Nürburgring, it's Kriens, and it's Nürburgring again, and Sergio Tramonticero is Zurich once more. So yeah, very good. Germany, Swiss, Germany, Swiss. And then the 2 guys from the MSC Adenau, Michael Bauer, substituting Norbert Diewald today because he is not able to drive, and already switched the car in his, if you know him from the GT4 series or from the Nürburgring eSports Championship 2024 with the GT4 series. He's the champion of the NEC 2024, Michael Bauer in his trusty Ford Mustang GT3. P6, Patrick Siska at the moment in pits. They're always not focusing on qualifying. They always say, okay, I'm right around the front of the field. That's enough for me, and I will sort out everything else during the race. Sergio Tramonticero in the BMW M4 GT3. The best BMW from, honestly, many GT3 BMWs, is the best one in P4, 1:43.067. That's a very remarkable time, I think, and just about half a second behind pole position. So Jeremy Baumert back in pits as well. So looks like he will not be able to get in a new time or a better time. So he is finished for qualifying. Max Riese de Blau, one of the drivers from Koblenz, already getting back on track. I think he will made it. Yeah, he will made it round once more. So for all new for all the new drivers, or for all the new viewers, when the timer on top of your screen is up. So if you're watching on smartphone, I probably should tell you how many minutes we have left. It's 2 minutes 30 seconds left in qualifying. So when the timer is on 0, you are allowed to finish already started lap. So let's see. Yeah, they're all fighting for a clean and for a little bit of space on the racetrack to not get held up by anybody else. So yeah, there is Antonio Manganelli. I'm not sure if he is on his out lap or if he is back on track. So if you want to watch the live timing, this is possible for you as well. Probably my colleagues will shortly put in the live stream link or the live timing link in the chat, so that anybody gets excited in or anybody gets engaged in the chat. At least it's my employees. So yeah, this Lexus always is a little bit wandering in my opinion, because it always looks damaged. I don't know why, but this yellow black, you know, you see it's always looking a little bit damaged. But nevertheless, there is getting distracted by the damaged Lexus and missing out on a new pole sitter. Antonio Manganelli on provisional pole position with the McLaren GT3. He takes pole from Jeremy Baumert, who is in pit and can't fight back. But the one guy who is on track is Maxi Röhrig. Let's see how the times from Maxi Röhrig are falling. It's very close at the top, and I really love it. I love it that it's so close at the top. So the first 3 guys within 2/10, and then we have another 2 guys in Sergio Draniciero and Michael Bauer within 2/10, and after that it gets very, very close. Patrick Schischka and up to P12 Alexander Hauke. It's only 3/10, so you can make up a lot of time. Gianluigi Tattoli from the Italian racing team. There's Tom Clesi at the side of the track. Yeah, be very careful. Very good rejoin, Tom. Very good rejoin. So Tom is the driver from Koblenz, taking a lot of experience in the last couple races. He's very, very young, and he's learning a lot in this series, and I think he's very good at racing. Yeah, not even last. He beat 3 drivers: Alex Erben, Florian Dittrich and Dave Gossmann. So there is Maxi Röhrig. Let's see if he's able to put in another fast lap. Looks like he's losing out in the last sector, where we lost 4/10 on Antonio Manganelli. Let's see. Antonio Manganelli, Antonio Jeremy, both in the pits. The only guy from the top 6 on track is Maxi Röhrig. Oh, but he's off track, and this won't be pole position for Maxi Röhrig. That is something very, very interesting. The first time Maxi Röhrig is not on pole position. So very refreshing to see Maxi Röhrig 33 points ahead in the championship. So very likely to be the first Nürburgring eSports GT3 Series champion. But this time, yeah, he gets a run for his money, obviously. Arrived just in time for the briefing today, and yeah, already having some trouble finding pace, obviously. Yeah, but nevertheless, I think this is most likely everybody. Yes, Florian Dittrich is still on track. Ferdinando bettering his time to P8. He is with a 143.5. One of the very close midfield battles, as I said, from P6 Patrick Schischka to P14 Noah Bolzhauser. Oh no, P15 Jan Emons. Actually, it's only half a second within 12. No, Jan Emons 15 between 10 drivers, half a second. Sounds like it's gonna be a very, very good midfield battle this time, and we are very happy and very excited to watch this battle. So Gianluigi thinking the better of it, exiting his lap at the last second and entering pit lane. So this is the last driver on track, and now qualifying is finished. So yeah, we're switching to the, let's see, to what we're switching. To the track guide. I think we're switching to the track guide next, so you will have my beautiful voice.
Introduction for the Nürburgring GT3 series. We're at beautiful Catalunya in Barcelona in Spain. Start off with a long start-finish straight. It's the penultimate round of the championship. Please make sure to tune in. So position your car to the right, to the left side, brake at about 120 meters. Try not to clip the curb. Curves here are very dangerous, as you can see. So either clip them completely or avoid them as much as you can. Patience is key on this track. That's the first corner with a lot of patience needed. Especially on throttle, brake for turn 4 at 70 meters right around, and then short shift up to 4th gear when accelerating out of the corner. Third corner, one of the slowest and, in my opinion, worst corners on the track. Second gear, as well as again patience on throttle to go for the next short straight. Then one of these corners where you can completely cut the curb without getting it off track. Then the uphill right-hander, be very patient and position your car as good as you can, because this is another good opportunity to overtake your opponent. Then we're running the MotoGP layout, so brake at about 70 meters, short shift into 3rd gear because the back end, as you can see, steps out very easily, and then one more corner with a lot of patience required, so keep your apex speed as high as you can. Short lift for the penultimate corner, and then position your car again so that you have a very good access to the long start finish straight. That wasn't the greatest exit, but these will do. So that's a 1 minute 44.9.
Finished with the track introduction. Always a very funny, or always a very fun job for myself to introduce you with all the tracks we're racing. So as you could see, track introduction with the Ford Mustang. This is the one, the Ford Mustang, the one Michael Bauer is driving today. So we will see this car on track. Yeah, and during track introduction, we already spoke about the race control just behind me. You can't see it because of the background, but race control is sitting right behind me, and he's already excited to have some work during the race. I hope he's he will get bored during the race, but yeah, let's see. According to our experience with GT3 cars and this close field, there will always be very close battles and always incidents, obviously. So yeah, speaking again of close battles, as I said, there's the Fanatec Challenge from official Fanatec Challenge with the new Porsche GT3 wheel. I can see the wheel in the German stream, so we will probably have to show it, or I can show it a little bit later in our stream as well. Make sure to take part in the Fanatec Challenge and win one of the brand new Porsche Vision GT wheels from Fanatec in one of our bars. You can go to either of them. Just say you want to participate in the Fanatec Challenge, and then you are eligible to win the wheel if you're fast, obviously. So speaking of the race, we're starting. We have 1 minute to go in the race, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited to see if Antonio Manganelli from pole position is able to hold on to that spot. I think the Baumert guys behind will really give him a run for his money, and will really fight for the win with him. But yeah, let's see if Antonio Manganelli is able to hold his position. Sorry. So there is the wheel from the other side. Okay, this way. It's okay. It's a little blurry, as you can see, because of the background. But this is the wheel you can win in one of our bars. Very good quality, Alcantara all over. It's the Porsche logo. Buttons are very slick and either. It's from CSL series, so as you can see, as you can hear, I probably click in the microphone. Perfect. This is the wheel. You can win. Thank you. You can win in either of our bars with the Fanatec GT3 challenge, with the Fanatec Porsche GT Vision Challenge. So you have to drive the Cup Porsche. Das war der Start. Und there we are back on the live picture. So, we're already at the start. Lights are on. And when the lights go out, everything is going. We're standing start. Let's see if Antonio can hold his position. Lights out and away we go. There's a good start again from our start champion, Michael Bauer in the Mustang. Behind, already up from P5 to P3. Very good. Therefore, he doesn't drive qualifying. And I think the green one, this is Maxi Röhrig. Back to P6, coming up back from the outside. But looks like Antonio Manganelli can take his first place. Yeah, but there is one spinner behind. There was one of the BMWs. I think it was Sergio Dranicher who spun out in the first corner. But Antonio Manganelli just in front of Jeremy Baumert and Michael Bauer back to P3. Already up 2 spots, as I said. Patrick Schischka as well, up 2 spots, and a very bad start for Maxi Röhrig. Only in P5 at the moment, back from P3 to P5, and now got overtaken from Kilian Lutterbach, the driver from Koblenz. On the inside to the next corner, can he hold the line? Yes, just about, a little wiggle on the exit. But yeah, takes the spot from Maxi Röhrig. And this is P6 from Maxi Röhrig. That's as far behind as he was in the whole championship at this point. I think even with pit stops, but he comes back on the outside, better exit on the uphill right-hander and takes back the spot from Kilian Lutterbach back to P5. Other than that, looks very, very clear. Let me have a look on the track map. Yeah, there are a few good cars behind. Let me see what happened. There is a few crashes. Race control already looking in, but we're on board with Antonio Manganelli in the McLaren GT3, accelerating out of the start-finish straight and trying to. No, he's not trying to cut the slipstream. Yeah, last place at the moment. Pascal Schmitz obviously had an incident in the early sessions. I hope he not had a crash with Ferdinando or Gianluigi, because these guys are getting together a lot of times before. So yeah, hopefully it wasn't them this time. So let's have a quick look. Today we are using again the real penalty. There is Ferdinando Lapice as well from P8 on the grid back to P14, so there had been something. Roberto Lorente with the first penalty, 5 seconds from race direction, probably for one of the start incidents. So that was what I wanted to say. We're using real penalty app once more, and today we adjusted the settings of the real penalty app so that you can see, that I can see, and you can see which penalties are given by the race control. So this was, I think, Roberto. No, who got the penalty? It was penalty for Roberto Lorente, wasn't it? Yes, Roberto Lorente in P8, 5-second penalty. So for all the newer guys and all the drivers, obviously in the bar. Time penalties, you will get additional time penalty at the end of the race. If you have a drive-through or a stop-and-go penalty, you have to take the penalty during the race. So there is one more lap and then pit window already is open. Noah Bolzhauser on P12. Where's my friend Sandro? Sandro Bolzhauser on P8 already. Told you he's up 2 spaces, and Gianluigi Tartoli, Ferdinando Lapice side by side. Remo Kunz, 5-second time penalty as well. One of the Lexus drivers, and there we have it. The 2 teammates from Nürburgring eSports in Zurich battling out for P13. Ferdinando Lapice, Gianluigi Tartoli right beside each other, right behind each other. but I really love the shots of the drivers at the front, at the top, or at the front of the field, because as you can see, all the first 5 drivers all within 1 second of each other. Then there's a little gap to P6, and after that, clear Lutterbach, Jörg Koch, Sandro Bolzhauser, Roberto Lorente, Jan Emmons, Max Griesen, Noah Bayer. You can read the names yourself, all just behind each other. Yeah, very good. Oh, Jeremy Baumer trying to take the lead from Antonio Manganelli. And can he hold the corner? Can he hold the inside? Yes, yes, obviously. So there's a new race leader in Jeremy Baumer. Taking P1 back from Antonio Manganelli, and yeah, as we can see, oh, there's a mistake from Jeremy Baumert. Way outside of the, got a little bit too far outside of the track and lost the car on the gravel back to P3, I think. Yeah, so that's as fast as it goes. Antonio Manganelli back in front. Michael Bauer, our NEC 2024 champion, back in P2. Patrick Schischka, right on the side of, on the inside of Jeremy Baumert. Leave space for each other perfectly, and we're on board. We're watching and we're filming from Maxi Röhrig's hood, from the Corvette hood, watching his fellow teammate and the MSC Adenau. You can see it right on the number plate, MSC Adenau number plate. Yeah, Maxi is very patient today. This is very good after he lost out on the start. Very patient and very clean racing. They're still side by side and up front. Now Jeremy has the inside and probably will take back this place from Patrick Schischka. But now, yeah, they lost about, with this battle, they lost about nearly 2 seconds to Michael Bauer and Antonio Manganelli. Very interesting, and I'm really interested to see, very curious to see how this battle unfolds for the rest of the race. Once more, I want to engage you to get engaged in the chat. So if you're watching, say hello. And cheer up your favorite driver from this championship, and cheer up this close and fair and good racing, at least at the top of the field. So on board with, oh, that is one to watch out. Tom Klesi, the young driver from Koblenz, driving in P12. Very, very good job, Tom. Indeed, this is very good. He just got overtaken by Lennart van Kanal and Max Grenzner in the second Ferrari right behind him. Always looking for an opportunity. But Tom Klesi, even P13, a very good result. I think he will be very, very happy if he is able to score points today. Yeah, the onboard camera is a little bit off, I think, because this is, yeah, that's better. Thank you. Thank you. So he's defending the inside. As you can see in the mirror, there is Max Grenzner trying to overtake him, and we always have lifting a little bit and letting him bite. This is very clever, Tom. Great racing, great racecraft. If you see there is a car faster than you, don't fight. Focus on your own race. Don't make any mistakes, and keep the space. Keep space for anybody else. Very good driving, Tom. Heads up today in the Manthey EM8 Porsche, and there is a mistake from one of the BMW drivers from Koblenz. I think that's, yeah, Dave Gosman in P26, already back into P26. I think now P27 as far as the standings say on the left side. Yeah, where we have Remo Kunz. He's one of the guys with the 5-second penalty as well. Back in P17. So as I said earlier, we will have, or we do have, Formula 1 point system, and so there are points bis until P15 for all the drivers on the grid. So Remo Kunz, despite his 5-second penalty, or just before his 5-second penalty, ooh, that's a late braking maneuver. That was a late braking maneuver from Remo. But yeah, he got it stopped, lost a little bit of time, and as I said, this car always, this Alexander Haug, the yellow and black one, this car always looks damaged. I think, in the meanwhile, I think it's a livery. It must be the livery. You can't look that damaged every race and every time he's on the street. I think this is the livery, actually. But yeah, he has his fellow guy from from Zurich, fellow Swiss guy from Zurich, Sergio Tramnicero, just behind him. And Sergio, yeah, he lost out big time on the first corner. First lap, I wonder what happened there, but unfortunately we don't have replays available this time, but we will get better for sure. As you can see, last race we did the two-language stream and had some problems. This time we're doing the two-language stream again without any problems, and probably for one of the next races we will have the replay function available once more, so that we can have replays of the start. Yeah, very good, very fine driving from the guys up front. Let me see if they'll change anything. Yeah, Patrick Schischka lost out to Maxi Röhrig, and the gap up front closed up a little bit. So it's 1 second from Manganelli, from Antonio to Michael, another second to Jeremy, another second to Michael Röhrig, and yeah, nearly another second to Patrick Schischka. Then there's a little bit of a gap from 4 seconds to Kilian Lutterbach and Sandro Bolzhauser, and another gap to Jan Emmons, who is pretty much alone on his own in P8 at the moment, chasing Sandro Bolzhauser and being chased by Ferdinando Dabice. Jörg Koch also with a good qualifying, if I remember correctly, but a little bit off the grid in P15 at the moment. He's the last guy scoring points. So Lennart from Canal already once more with a little bit of a mistake, obviously, as he lost out to Tom Klesi. Once more Tom Klesi, you can see up front. I think a top 20 finish for Tom Klesi would be awesome. I will really cheer this one up very, very much. So very good driving. Obviously Roberto Lorente is in the pit lane. I don't know if he finished his race or if he's in the pit lane for the final race. So let's have a look what happened to Remo Kunz. That's the opening, no, that's not the opening lap. That is 5 seconds penalty, slam dunk, crashing out the guys in front of him. Yeah, I can see the as I said earlier, the race commission, the race control is right behind me. So yeah, I have a little bit of an opportunity to you guys, watchers, viewers. There's Alex Haug, yeah, 5 second penalty. That's what I just saw, and yeah, he dive bombed 2 cars from far, far away and run Lennart von Canal off track. So that's not what we want to see. Noah Bolzhauser. I think Noah and Sandro are both their brothers, as far as I know. Noah Bolzhauser in P16 and Patrick Schischka in the slipstream of Maxi Röhrig. But yeah, surprisingly, Maxi Röhrig not as fast as he was the last races. Maxi Röhrig always took pole position and then ran away. So Roberto Lorente obviously not finished with his race. He's racing once more. Yeah, but let me finish the sentence. Maxi Röhrig always trying to get away from all the other drivers, or was always driving away from the other drivers, having no trouble controlling the race from the front. This time it's a little bit different. Yeah, Maxi Röhrig only in P4. Still very good position, and this still be very sufficient to secure the championship, even mathematically. So he's he can lose out, I think, 9 points. Yeah, he's 33 points in front, 25 for the win, plus 6, 3 and mine, 4 in head. It's 8 points. Yeah, he can lose out by 8 points to Jeremy Baumert and still will be champion. At the moment, Jeremy Baumert in P3 will get 15 points, and Maxi Röhrig in P4 will get 12 points. So this is secure for the championship. Sandro Bolzhauser, there he is, just behind Kilian Lutterbach, the 2 BMW M4 GT3 drivers, trying to catch up with the top 5, sorry, trying to catch up with the top 5. See if they can get back to the front as well, and yeah, let them drive. They're running very wide. This was a wicket in the corner entry, so he lost out a lot of momentum on the start-finish straight, and then he is in the slipstream. He's right around in the slipstream, but I don't think he's able to overtake. There we have once more Maxi Röhrig, this time in an uncomfortable P4. Obviously, I don't know if he's uncomfortable. I think Maxi Röhrig is a very experienced driver. He's exceptionally fast, as we know from the first races, for the first 4 races, as he was dominating most likely every race. And probably he is fuel saving, tire saving, something like that, and tries to undercut or overcut the guys in front. Just keep in touch with the front 3, and then let's see what happens during the qualifying. Now during the pit stop phase. Still 45 minutes to go, still a lot of time. Patrick Schischka lost a little bit of time to the 4 guys in front. Yeah, there was a little bit of a gap creating behind Maxi Röhrig. We just saw him there at the nick of our eye. But yeah, there he is. That's a little bit behind me. There we are on board with Maxi Röhrig. And yeah, I told all the drivers during, a little bit late on the brakes. Getting a little bit, what do you say, a little bit loose on corner entry. There, once more, okay. Interesting car behavior from the Corvette drivers, trying to wrestle the car around these corners, opening up the last corner as much as you can. As we can see, Michael Bauer with a small mistake in the last corner. Let's see if he's vulnerable against Jeremy Baumert, 2 tenths behind. No, freeze camera, switch to the battle behind. Jeremy Baumert and Michael Bauer. Yeah, there is the attack from Jeremy Baumert, and there are side by side. No, there are not. Jeremy Baumert took P2 from Michael Bauer. Unfortunately, not on screen. I will have a talk to my race director on the other side of the wall. Then he missed that overtake from Jeremy Baumert for P2 once more. That's not enough still. Jeremy has to win this race, and Maxi has to stay on P4 to keep the championship open. So Michael Bauer, once more side by side with Maxi Röhrig. There we have it. Did a little mistake, obviously, out of the corner and turning in side by side. I think there was a little bit of door banging. Yeah, and he's just in front defending the inside line. And yeah, was able to defend from Maxi Röhrig and keep his car in P3. Now, P3. Yeah, but a little bit of a gap with this mistake to Jeremy Baumert. So yeah, looks like the first 2, or obviously Antonio at the top and Jeremy Baumert. Oh, yeah, driving sideways is probably not the fastest way in a GT3 car. You don't want to overheat your tires, and yeah, probably there's, after 20 minutes of the race, there is already some tire wear kicking in. So yeah, make sure that this is that you keep your tires in shape and pit at the right moment. So what is happening there? Something wrong with the picture. There we are, back again on the live picture, and back again with Sergio Torraniceru and Jörg Koch from corner number 1. So at the moment only, I say only, and I'm really happy to say that, only 3 penalties. Only, I think, Remo Kunz, then Roberto Lorente, and the third one is just Koch. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, the 2 Lexus drivers and Roberto Lorente with the penalty. Everything else, obviously, pretty clean. So yeah, what happened to Michael Bauer, by the way? So Patrick Schischka back in P4 and Michael Bauer back to P5 at the moment. I just missed that battle because I was watching on the live timing. I was looking at the live timing. But yeah, Michael Bauer obviously having some problems with his tire wear on the Mustang. He's a substitute driver, as I said, for Norbert Diewald this race, so probably not as much experience in GT3s as the other guys. But I think he's... Oh, there's a spinner. There's a spinner. I just saw a spinner on the inside. Yeah, BMW. Something like that. It is Dave Gosman in the last corner. Yeah, just saw it in the nick of my eye that there was a car sideways. But yeah, that's Dave Gosman, one of the substitute drivers in Koblenz this time. Getting back on track rather safely, I think, as far as I saw. So fine and good to go once more. On camera now, Cedric Yerli. This is one of the first times we have him on camera today, and he's been chased by the second Audi driver, Alexander Erben from Koblenz once more, tucking in his slipstream and trying to get his very best to get up to P number 18. So where's Tom Klesi? Still in P17. There we have it, just in front, P17. Oh, I would love if Tom is able to finish that high up the grid. And let's see. There are a few drivers just behind. It's Fabian Koch, one of the new drivers this time in P21. Pascal Schmitz fighting back from his incident in the early stages of the race, already up to P20. Lennart von Kanal back to P24. Yeah, Lennart is obviously better in open wheelers than he is in GT3 cars, because if you remember, and if you watched the Nürburgring eSports F1 series just before the GT3 series, Lennart von Kanal was always rather up the field in the open wheel cars, and he's having trouble in the GT3s. Yeah, on board with Fabian Koch, one of the new drivers, as I said, from the Nürburgring, with very interesting lines on top of the hill. Let me quickly educate you. This corner is called Kamsa. Yeah, and start-finish straight already, as we saw. I'm not sure if these corner names are still present, because yeah, when you sponsor a corner name on a racetrack, there's always some kind of contract which runs out in a few years, or always runs a few years, and then when it's run out, like at the Nürburgring, corners sometimes are called different, and I will have very big trouble next week pronouncing or explaining all the corner names, because yeah, they change rather frequently. There are a few staying consistent, but yeah, sometimes corners just change. So 37 minutes to go, and we're approaching the pit window. There are a few drivers already been in pits. This is Alexander Haug, obviously, with one P behind his name, means he was in pits, so he's the leading driver with the pit stop, as far as I know, as far as I can see. Race control behind is still watching incidents, so nothing special happened. Very calm job, very calm day for him today. I don't want to speak too loud, because it will be getting feisty, probably rather sooner than later. Nevertheless, we're watching Alexander Haug lapping Dave Gosman. He is going to the pits, I think, Dave Gosman. And this battle is a very nice battle. Here's Alexander Haug and Jörg Koch right behind. We have Florian Dittrich making his pit stop, Tom Klesi already in pits, and Roberto Llorente was in pits very early up this race, but he was just in the pit window. I'm just checking the pit lane times. So Tom Klesi, pit lane time 76 seconds. That's not even a big problem. Then we have Lennart von Kanal with the pit stop as well. 65 always also good as well. Then we have Max Griese de Blau. 75 seconds, that's no problem as well. And we do have the who else was in the pits at last? It's Tom Klesi. Yeah, Florian Dittrich. Oh yeah, Florian Dittrich with a lot of pit time. 96 seconds, so more than 30 seconds too long in the pits. Yeah, and there we have Patrick Schischka and Michael Bauer lapping Daniel Grings. Yeah, the driver from the Remondis racing team, so to call, back in the Porsche for this race. I think he missed the last race and the second to last as well. So yeah, good to see him back on track. Good to see him back on the Porsche in the Nürburgring eSports GT3 series. Michael Bauer and Patrick Schischka, both drivers from MSC Adenau. This is a German motorsport club, you call it in Germany, motorsport club from Adenau, which is the hometown nearby the Nürburgring. Both very experienced sim racers, trying to fight for a good position and trying to, yeah, as I said, save the tires. Michael Bauer obviously was able to get his tires a little bit back to life, but yeah, the first three are running away a little bit. Ferdinando da Pice chasing Jörg Koch in the Corvette, in the very bright and colorful Corvette at the top. Ferdinando da Pice driving the BMW M4 GT3. He also drove a lot of championships with us and with us at Nürburgring eSports. And normally he's clearly the faster driver to his teammate Gianluigi Tattoli. But as you can see in the mirror, today Gianluigi keeping up the pace very, very good and chasing his teammate Ferdinando da Pice in P12 and P13. So Maxi Röhrig up to P2, says the standing on top, but there's, yeah, a lot of how do you say, a lot of traffic, when a lot of blue flag traffic. Yeah, gets out, Lennart von Kanal gets out of the way, very good. And up front you can see Jeremy Baumert trying to overtake Alex Haug. This has to be, yeah, Alex Haug, the Lexus. So Maxi Röhrig, yeah, Antonio Manganelli was not in the pits. Yeah, he's still up front. You can see, you can just see the blue McLaren turning in the corner. So now there's the left car between Jeremy Baumert and Maxi Röhrig. That's the yellow Lexus from Alex Haug. That's what I said. Just between the two Baumert Motorsport Jungs. Guys, talking too much German in the meantime. So yeah, Alex Haug getting out of the way as well, giving some slipstream to the drivers in front. Yeah, making way, very, very good. Just get off the racing line, brake a little bit and let the drivers, the faster drivers, go by. Back to P16. Alexander, yeah, one of the Audi drivers, one of the two Audi drivers today, just outside the points in P16. And finally, guys, finally, I have a comment on the YouTube stream. So it's obviously from a fan from Cedric Yerli. So yeah, welcome to the stream. It's Stéphane Beauvais. Welcome to the stream. And let's see. Obviously, as you can saw, oh, Jan Emmons with it spin out of the last corner. Kilian Lutterbach with a penalty. Now things are happening very, very fast. So yeah, Jan Emmons, rejoin on the track very safely. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's a good rejoin. Okay, perfect. That's a good rejoin. But Michael Bauer with a big mistake, getting into the pits too late on the brakes and gets an automatically system 5-6 seconds penalty. This will be added after the race. Yeah, but what happened to Jan Emmons? He just was chilling in P7 or P8, something like that, and just suddenly a spin and back to P11. Yeah, I hope there's nothing happened with some of the lapped cars, because there's a slow Porsche. Yeah, Daniel Griggs, you can see a slow Porsche on the right side. Oh no, I see, because I have the live stream on my phone, and it's a little bit delayed, so I was able to see the penalty. So there is another penalty for Kilian Lutterbach, 10-second penalty for Kilian. Didn't he just got a 5-second penalty? And then a 10-second penalty on top. Okay. 2 incidents for Kilian Lutterbach. 2 penalties. That's how it goes. Nothing you can do. And as I said, we will do our very best to show you the replay in the next couple of races once more. At the latest, we will be able to show replays when we're streaming the Nürburgring eSports Championship from the 22nd of May, where the first race takes part in Daytona. So for the Nürburgring eSports Championship, there will be 2 classes available, prototypes and GT3. As I said, Germany already full, but we have space for all other drivers in Switzerland to sign in. Please make sure to secure your space for the Nürburgring eSports Championship and have them racing all the time. So Michael Bauer, after the pit stop, back to P13. Yeah, this was a very costly mistake with the 5-second penalty. But now he overtakes Kilian Lutterbach and Jan Emmons, both in the pits, probably repairing and driving their car. So let me have a quick look. Pascal Schmitz, 95 seconds. Michael Bauer, 82 seconds. Cedric Yerli, 91 seconds. So very, very long pit stops today. Gianluigi Tartoli, 20 seconds less, 74. Everything fine at the moment, except Florian Dittrich, but I think he did 2 pit stops already. Yeah, he's fine as well. Okay, Alex Haug, 68 seconds. That is totally fine. 84 seconds for Kilian Lutterbach, and Antonio Manganelli still chilling at the front of the field. And yeah, half an hour gone, over half an hour gone, and Antonio now being chased by both of the Baumont Motorsport guys. Yeah, both of these guys very fast, and this is pressure. This is real pressure, guys. You know, when you're driving, when there's a team like the Baumont team dominating all of the championship, dominating the whole championship, and then you are at one point you are on top and you have both of these drivers in your rear view mirror. This is pressure, guys. This is real pressure. But yeah, he's doing it very good. So Jörg Koch now in the pit lane for his mandatory pit stop, and we're back for Maxi Röhrig, who closed up the gap to Jeremy Baumert just a little bit. It's 1.1 seconds according to the standings on the left side. And there we have all 3 drivers from the top, all 3 podium consultants on the screen. Remo Kunz gets a speeding penalty by because he was driving too fast into the pit lane. There we have Fabian Koch, Alexander Haug back to P17 with 2 pit stops at the moment. Yeah, the best one with the pit stop at the moment, Michael Bauer in P8. The best one without a penalty and the pit stop is Sergio Tranichero. Kilian Lutterbach with 2 penalties, 10 and 15 seconds. Yeah, he will tumble down the standings surely a lot. And yeah, that's what I said earlier in qualifying. Sandro Bolzhauser in P number 5. Always making sure to make no mistakes during the race and profit from other drivers' mistakes. This is always what we wanna see. Where's my friend? He's still P21, but he already has a pit stop. Okay, let's see where he ends up. Just wanted to see. So Sandro Bolzhauser, he drove the Legends race last year in September. This was his first race and had a very, very good time in Zurich. Now signed up for the Nürburgring eSports GT3 series, and hopefully we will see him back as well for the NEC, for the Nürburgring eSports Championship in either another GT3 or the prototype. Alex Haug, first time his car didn't look damaged. actually now I'm wondering if this car can look fine either way, because he was 2 times in the pit lane, and probably he has had a little bit of a repair for his car. So can be that I was wrong with everything before and didn't notice that this is not the livery. But yeah, always when the camera is on his car, it always looked damaged. But yeah, let's see. Alex Haug currently in P15, one of the last guys with the points. Patrick Schischka entering pit lane at the moment from P4, as well as Jeremy Baumert and Antonio Manganelli. So the only one driver without a pit stop at the moment is Maxi Röhrig. He takes the lead from the other two, and let's see if this strategy, this alternate strategy does work for Maxi. Because as I said, Antonio, Patrick, Jeremy, probably both and everybody changing tires, refueling the car. Let's see if Maxi's patience pays out at the end, and the alternate strategy helps him to get just another win, 5th win in the fifth race. Let's see what happens. I'll have a quick look on the top of my screen. There's Jeremy Baumert. I think he overtook Antonio Manganelli out of the pits. Both out of the pits. Let's see how long did they need for the pit start. Oh, it's Fabian Koch, Leon, with 59 seconds pit lane time, and a little bit damage on the McLaren from Antonio Manganelli. This is not how it is supposed to look like at the front and at the back of the field. Antonio Manganelli, obviously. Yeah, Jeremy Baumert 82 Sekunden, 82 seconds. Antonio Manganelli 82 seconds. So obviously a little bit of an issue pit entry, because in pit lane there was no difference between both drivers. Antonio now with a little bit of damage, obviously, on his car. So let's see if both drivers can stay in front of Maxi Röhrig. I think this will be very, very close. Maxi Röhrig still going. As you can see on the track map, the red number 1 still going, still not in the pit lane. But be sure he has to go to the pit lane and in the next 18 minutes. We will have a close eye on that. Yeah, very late on the brakes. Antonio Manganelli once more chasing his rival Florian Dittrich. Now, his rival Florian Dittrich, genau, Jeremy Baumert. But no, Florian Dittrich. Oh, a mistake from Antonio, clipping the inside curb and getting sideways. This will cost a lot of time, and yeah, all the hard work from the first half of the race already destroyed in the early parts of the second, or the early laps of the second part. But no worries, we know Antonio, he is able to fight back from P3 and get back to the top. So I was saying there's a cutting penalty for Dittrich, was it? I think Florian Dittrich, yeah. So you have 3 warnings, and after the 3rd warning you get a drive-through penalty for cutting the track. That's the rules we set up on the server. And let's have a look if this is an issue for all the race, or if Florian Dittrich is one of the only drivers. So Jeremy Baumert still not, Maxi Röhrig still not in pits. Let's keep an eye on the gap. Around 59 seconds, yeah. Let's see, with the fresh tires from Jeremy Baumert, probably he's able to go a little bit faster. There was a Porsche on the right side. I think it was Florian Dittrich standing on the side. So 59.1, yeah, that is Florian Dittrich, as I said. Okay, the pink livery, the pink Beast livery, I think this is a Mante livery as well, from the 24-hour Spa, was first introduced 3 years ago. But yeah, still, let's keep a look on the gap from Maxi Röhrig to Jeremy Baumert. 58.9, yeah, still, it looks like it stays just like it is. Michael Bauer overtook Patrick Schischka during the pit lane, or during the pit stop phase. But yeah, Michael Bauer, you remember he has a 5-second speeding penalty, so he will get an additional 5 seconds on his race time, and after the race, yeah, he get the 5 seconds added to his final race time. So he has to pull out a gap of 5 seconds to Patrick Schischka currently at the moment, as you can see, 2.4. So Maxi Röhrig, let's see, 43.7. Let me have a quick look if the, oh no, this, no, I did something very wrong. So I pressed the wrong button. Let's see who has the fastest lap. Maxi Röhrig 42.8 and Manganelli 42.9, Bauer 42.9. So obviously, yeah, it's Maxi Röhrig. And now he comes to the pits. Let's see. Florian Dittrich took his drive-through penalty. Let's see if Maxi Röhrig is able to brake at the right moment. Looks like he didn't get any penalty. And let's see where he comes out. Jeremy Baumert running on the edge of the track, trying his very best to get back up top and overtake his teammate rival Maxi Röhrig, and steal away a win from Maxi Röhrig so that he can delay the championship party from Maxi Röhrig. So if Jeremy wins the race, Maxi has to be second. Yes, if Maxi finished second and Jeremy finished first, then we will have Maxi Röhrig as champion still. But if Antonio Manganelli is able to squeeze between the two Baumert Motorsport guys, then... So where's P2? Where's P2? There is Jeremy Baumert overtaking Maxi Röhrig, and let's see if Manganelli is able to overtake Röhrig as well. Yes, sure. Both drivers getting back in front of Maxi Röhrig. So this tactic didn't work. So now, as we are standing at this point, Jeremy Baumert on 1, Maxi Röhrig on 3. This means we delayed the championship party for Maxi Röhrig for 2 weeks, and he will have his championship party at the Nürburgring probably, most likely. But yeah, Michael Bauer 3 seconds behind, and Patrick Schischka even another 2 seconds behind. So let's see how bad the damage on Antonio Manganelli's car is, and if Maxi Röhrig is able to overtake Antonio Manganelli in the last couple of minutes. 18 minutes still to go in this race. Looks like Antonio Manganelli is closing down the gap to Jeremy Baumert again. So probably the damage on the McLaren is not as bad as it looks. But yeah, let's see. Maxi Röhrig trying to heat up his tires, and obviously trying not to get a track penalty. Where I can see behind there is an incident being looked at between Alexander Erben and Jan Emons. Let's see, yeah, there's Pascal Schmitz on the racing line with the... Where's Pascal? I can't see. There, P24. Okay, he and Sergio Tranicero after the spin in turn 1, or the little incident in turn 1, back to P6, obviously. Yeah, Kilian Littlebach, just remember, he has a 15-second penalty, or actually 2 penalties from 10 and 5 seconds. So he will be overtaken by Sandro Bolshauser in P4 for P7, probably, as well as Max Griese de Blau, who is second best Koblenz driver today. Kilian Lutterbach from Koblenz, best driver from Koblenz in P7. So once more, for all the guys watching the stream and not being a regular watcher, we are racing from Nürburgring eSports. Nürburgring eSports is a sister company from the Nürburgring, and we're running around, at the moment we're running 5 Nürburgring eSports bars at the Nürburgring, obviously. Oh yeah, the car looks good. looks repaired. From Nürburgring in Koblenz, in Zurich, in Luzern, and in Roche. So Jeremy Baumert from the Nürburgring, Antonio Manganelli from Luzern, Maxi Röhrig, Nürburgring, Bauer, Nürburgring, Žižka, Nürburgring, Dranicero from Zurich, Kilian Lutherbach from Koblenz, Sandro Bolzhauser from Zurich, Max Griese from Koblenz, and Max Grenzner from the Nürburgring once more, just to get you updated with the top 10. So who is driving? I think it's Roberto Lorente driving from Roche, and probably Cédric Yerli driving from Roche as well. So greetings back to Stéphane Beauvais, cheering up his friend. Oh yeah, that's a damaged Lexus. That is how a damaged Lexus looks. So obviously it's not the livery on Alex Haug's car. Alex Haug's car, yeah, he looks very good. But this is the other Lexus from Remo Kunz, switching to his follower or his chaser, so to say, Lennart from Canal in the Ferrari 296 GT3. Alexander Erben in P18 and Jan Emons in P19. Jan probably had a very good race before, and then there was a crash later. So a short question for race control. Did he spun on himself in the last corner? Or did he get spun out? Okay, obviously, race control said, unfortunate situations for Jan Emmons. Getting back to, or falling back to P19 at the moment. So this is Fabian Koch, one of the new drivers from the Nürburgring, the last guy within the lead lap. And speaking of the lead lap, Antonio Manganelli and Maxi Röhrig both closed down the gap. Cédric Yerli, there he is, on track once more. Closed the gap to P1 to Jeremy Baumert. Very, very close. Pascal Schmitz overtakes Cédric Yerli for P23. But now has to go off the way because there is Patrick Žižka, I think, overtaking lapping the guy from Koblenz. So let's have a look at the front of the field once more. Jeremy Baumert, Antonio Manganelli, and Maxi Röhrig fighting. 3 drivers fighting for the win. There we are, Antonio Manganelli on screen for you. He's fighting for his first win in the Nürburgring eSports race. And I'm really curious to see if he is able to sneak up one of the, both of the Baumert drivers. Last time in Mugello, he was able to beat Jeremy for P2, but Maxi was not beatable in Mugello. He ran away with the win, but this time it's way more close. Even Jeremy is in front of his teammate Maxi Röhrig 12 minutes before the end of the race, the first time in this championship. And there we have him, very, very close. Yeah, and Jeremy trying to cut off the slipstream, but as you can see, very slightly, very slowly, Antonio Manganelli is putting up the pressure. He's getting closer and closer, and yeah, not this lap, but probably another lap. Yeah, let's see. There is Antonio Manganelli again. Oh, the understeer is real. Can you see the car from Maxi Röhrig understeering in turn 4 like crazy? But this is the battle for the win I was hoping to see and to commentate for you this night. Greetings to AC Friends, one of our newest partners in this championship. Greetings back to you guys, AC Friends. Have a good evening and watch the last 10 minutes of this fight for the win between Jeremy Baumert, Antonio Manganelli, and Maxi Röhrig. Antonio Manganelli with a little bit of a wiggle out of this chicane and going on to the back street. That's a very important point to get your momentum right on. He covers the inside line. Maxi Röhrig goes to the outside. But this is the very, very long line, and it's very hard to hang it around the outside there. And yeah, oh, close. Very good. Yeah, the car gets very loose. These are the corners I was about to tell you in the track introduction, and I was telling you in qualifying, you have to be so patient on throttle. In these corners, you have to be so, yeah. Keep your foot up, and then put it down in the right moment. So, okay, Jeremy Baumert in the slipstream from Tom Klesi, and Maxi Röhrig in the slipstream from Antonio Manganelli. Tom Klesi doing a very good job not getting involved in the fight for the win. Yeah, and as Antonio and Maxi start fighting once more, the gap to P1 to Jeremy Baumert just got up a little bit once more. So Antonio Manganelli 9/10 behind Jeremy Baumert, and yeah, there is a lot, no, not a lot, but yeah, a few blue flag moments coming up, a few overtaking. Yeah, there's Jan Emmons and Alexander Erben. Oh no, it's not Jan Emmons, it's Jan Emmons and Roberto Lorente, sorry. Both fighting for number 19, as you can see. So yeah, they're fighting for position, and probably they don't see the guys coming from behind, because here it's Antonio Manganelli, one of the Baumert guys in front, and the other one big and obvious in his rear view mirror. So let's see if Maxi Röhrig is trying to attack once more. No, he didn't. Antonio Manganelli, yeah, Jan Emmons getting out of the way. Very good driving, Jan. And let's see, the brake disc is glowing like crazy, even on his short braking zones in these corners. Yeah, Jeremy always being lucky on start-finish straight, as I see, because now he gets another slipstream from a lapped guy, and he can overtake him into turn 1 probably. And this has to be Roberto Lorente once more. And Antonio Manganelli. There we have it, once more. Just like that, there is a lapped car, and then you're right back on the bumper. 4/10. Last lap was nearly as fast as, yeah, first 4 guys with nearly identical lap times. Doesn't matter which lap time I watched there. Michael Bauer falling back behind Patrick Schischka once more. Obviously, Michael Bauer having trouble with the tire wear on the Ford Mustang. But yeah, nevertheless, and there is a battle for P6, as you can see. Sergio Dranigero and Kilian Lutterbach as well. Battling for P6, or on track actually, but as we know, Kilian has 2 penalties. But there is a drive-through penalty for Gianluigi Tattori. Oh no, P15. This, I believe, would have been the first points for Gianluigi, and then he gets a drive-through for cutting the track. Let's see. So 7 minutes ago. That's about, I think, 4 or 5 laps at the most. 5 laps to go for these 3 drivers fighting for the win up top. So there is no traffic in the next few corners, at least, or even in the last few laps. Yeah, Jeremy getting a very, very good exit. So let's see, how strong is the slipstream? Jeremy trying to break the slipstream, weaving from one side to the other, and Antonio Manganelli getting closer and closer and closer, but not close enough for an attack in turn 1. So Gianluigi Tattori took his penalty already. That is very good. So he got out of the way of this battle again. So Antonio Manganelli trying to again overtake Jeremy Baumert, but yeah, I think Maxi is not really looking very strong today. Not looking very, very strong today. Probably a little bit off pace today, but it's depending on track. As I said, Catalunya, very difficult track, and not very easy to be fast on. Whereas another driver, Pascal Schmitz, gets a 5-second penalty from race direction. Let's see if Antonio is able to sneak the win from Jeremy Baumert, and if we can or if Maxi Röhrig in the end is able to secure his 5th win, or will we see a new winner today? Now there's 6 minutes nearly to go. Means about 4 laps, I think. Yeah, 4 laps we will have to go. And see if one of these drivers is able to make a move. And secure the win. And yeah, I'm really happy to see such a close battle for the win. We didn't have that for the win the whole season. And let's see. Slipstream once more. The weaving, the battle from Jeremy Baumert. Choose your line, and Antonio starts the attack on the outside of turn 1. And can he go around the outside? Yes, he can. P1 for Antonio Manganelli, and a spin for Jeremy Baumert as well. I hope there was no contact with Maxi Röhrig. But Jeremy Baumert loses about 2 places in one corner and spins out of the lead of from the lead of the race. Antonio Manganelli taking the lead from the Baumert guys. Antonio Manganelli, new leader of the race in Catalunya. Let's see if Maxi Röhrig is able to secure the pride from Baumert Motorsport, or save the pride from Baumert Motorsport and take back the lead. What happened in turn 1? Yeah, I'm just asking. Huh? Okay, so race control just said Jeremy Baumert clipped the inside curb and spun out. Speaking of spinning out, there was a car going in the wrong direction. I think it was Cedric Yerli, yeah? Cedric Yerli. Oh, there's a crash! There's a crash between Röhrig and Manganelli. Röhrig spinning out of the race as well and losing P2 as well. So let's have a look at the... There was a crash between Röhrig and Baumert. Röhrig and Manganelli in the hairpin. Let's have a look what happened there. I can tell you. Oh, I think that's a penalty for Mr. Manganelli. 5-second penalty for Manganelli. If he clipped him, if he really clipped him. So it looks like Maxi Baumert got around the outside of... Maxi Röhrig got around the outside of Antonio Manganelli, and Antonio a little bit late on the brakes and just clipped Maxi Röhrig's car on the back of his race. That's probably a penalty for Antonio on top at the front of the field. Rider Race Control will have a closer look and will decide very gently and do the right call. So let's see what Race Control is about to decide. There you have it, Antonio Manganelli, 5 seconds from race direction. So this will be very close for the lead of the race. It's 4.8 seconds at the moment for Antonio in front of Jeremy Baumert. Jan Emmons with Jan Emmons with a 5-second penalty as well, back in P20. Doesn't matter for the result of the race. But Patrick Schischka sneaking up to P3 because of the mistake from Maximilian Röhrig. Oh, not the crash, but the incident. So yeah, let's see if Jeremy is able to close the... Oh, sorry. If Antonio is able to get up the gap. There are a few lapped cars in between them. Let's see if Antonio is able to pull out a 5-second gap in the last... Why does Leonard get his penalty for speeding? Pit lane is closed already for... I don't know how long. Probably had a pit stop as well. So Maxi Röhrig and Jeremy... Patrick Schischka and Maxi Röhrig now fighting for P3 at the moment. Let's see if Antonio is able to pull out the 5-second gap. At the moment it doesn't look like. When I saw the timing screen correctly, I guess it's about one more lap after that, and there's a lap car between them. So So yeah, let's see. Antonio Manganelli at the moment 3.7 seconds. Very fast decision from race control, by the way, to give the 5-second penalty. And yeah, very unfortunate that we don't have any penalties available at the moment. So yeah, the gap is getting smaller. 3.2 seconds. At the moment, it looks like Jeremy Baumert is securing the win in the last second, obviously. So let's see, 3.5 seconds. So there we have it. Leader is on the final lap. The gap is 4 seconds. The gap is getting bigger once more. 4 seconds, and there's a lapped car. So if there's any problem with, I think it's not Remo Kunz, it is the other Lexus. No, it is Remo Kunz. If there's any problem by lapping Remo Kunz, it could get up to 5 seconds once more. But nevertheless, Maxi Röhrig overtook Patrick Schischka to P number 3, and if it finishes like this, the championship party is delayed, because yeah, even if Antonio Manganelli when Jeremy gets back up top because of the 5-second penalty for Jeremy Baumert. So very good fight nevertheless. Last 2 corners, Antonio Manganelli taking the win on track, but with his 5-second penalty he will fall back to P2. Nevertheless, a very good effort, a very good race, and a deserved race winner in Jeremy Baumert, finishing in P2 on track, but getting back up top on the race. So Jeremy Baumert taking the win in before Antonio Manganelli, and Maxi Röhrig taking P3 just in front of Patrick Schischka and Michael Bauer, the two guys from MSC Adenau, in P4 and P5. It was very close, obviously, with Patrick Schischka, but nevertheless, Michael Bauer had a penalty either way. So Michael Bauer P5 and Patrick Schischka P4. Kilian Lutherbach finishing on track in P6, but he will get his penalties on top as well. There you have it on screen. Kilian Lutherbach, 15-second time penalty added to the final time. So this means Sergio Tranicero, after his spin in the first corner, or his incident in the first corner, finishing in P6. Sandro Bolzhauser finishing P7. P7. Max Grenzner already up to P8. Max Griese de Blow, very good result in P9. Alex Haug, despite his penalties, we have to have a look at the penalties afterwards. I'm really getting confused with all the penalties popping up the screen, and I can't. Then as the drivers overtake themselves after the in lap, it's very hard to follow. It's very hard to follow everything. So there is Antonio Manganelli, our on-track race winner, back in the pits, and yeah, Jeremy, obviously very happy with his win today. Very hard-fought win actually, and to be honest, he was getting very, very lucky because of his mistake, clipping the inside curb in turn 1, spinning out, and then getting the win gifted either way. Yeah, very lucky win for Jeremy Baumert, but not an undeserved win, to be honest, because he was fighting for the win the whole race. Antonio Manganelli a little bit Disappointing that he kicked out Maxi Röhrig and got the 5-second penalty. But very good race from all of the drivers up front. Very, very close racing. And I'm really looking forward already to the next and final race at the Nürburgring. Kilian Lutterbach, with all his penalties, finish in, I think, P8 or P9, something like that. Gianluigi Tattoli just missing out on the points in P16. Alexander Erben taking the last point. Remo Kunz in P14. Ferdinando Dapice P13. Noah Bolshauser P12. And Jörg Koch fighting back from the top of the field to, from the back of the field. Jörg Koch fighting back to a very, very respectable P10 finish. So there we have the final results. Not really final because the time penalties from the app will change the result. So 5-second penalty for Antonio Manganelli. You have to count on top. 3.2 seconds behind. Jeremy Baumert finished. So this means, Antonio finishing P2 for this race once more. Second P2 after his race in Mugello. Maxi Röhrig only P3, and therefore, as I said earlier in the race, the championship is delayed for 1 week for Maximilian Röhrig. He now has, I think, 24 points. Is 24 points in front of Jeremy Baumert. So yeah, there has to happen a lot of bad things for Jeremy in the next, or for Maxi, to lose the championship in the last race. But yeah, it's motorsports. Even if it's virtual motorsport, it is motorsport. And at the end of everything, you have to have the luck, and you have to have the right strategy, and you don't have to get crashed out on the finish line. I need standings, Leon, schreibt Patrick. I'm pretty sure standings will not be ready that fast. Let's go, to the NEC trailer, because as I said, NEC is starting very early in May, and there are a few free spots at the bars in Zurich. Make sure to get involved. Yeah, this was the Nürburgring eSports Championship trailer from 2025 season, just for you. If you are still interested to sign in for the championship, please go to our website, nürburgring-esports.com. There you can find up top the championships and the NEC 2025. There are still a few free spots. In Switzerland. If you're interested to join the waiting list for Germany, please write an email via the contact formula, and we'll make sure that you are able to participate in this championship as well. So Nürburgring eSports Championship starting with the prologue on the 15th of May, and then 1 week later there is the first race of the championship in Daytona. And as you can see, or as you saw probably, 2 classes, a multi-class championship with prototypes and GT3, and I'm very much looking forward to see all these guys again. Jeremy Baumert and Maxi Röhrig, both of the Baumert guys, already signed in prototype. Antonio Manganelli not yet signed in, but Michael Bauer signed in. Patrick Schischka signed in for the championship. A lot of fast drivers, even from Koblenz, signed in as well. So it will be a very competitive championship once more. And I'm happy to see all of you back on this championship channel. Next race. This time, next race will be at the Nürburgring, the final race at Nürburgring GP track in 2 weeks on the 8th of May. We will have the Nürburgring eSports final race, Nürburgring eSports GT3 series final race. There you have the calendar on the Nürburgring GP track. Just on the other side of the on this side of the window, there is the Nürburgring GP track. As we are sitting in the Nürburgring eSports bar, just for you to commentate live and in color, I want to say. In Germany you say live und in Farbe. Yeah. So, Nürburgring eSports GT3 series final race at Nürburgring GP in 2 weeks time, and in 4 weeks time the start of the Nürburgring eSports Championship 2025. Probably Patrick can put on the calendar for the NEC once more so that we can talk about that. But nevertheless, let's remind you of the wheel is gone already. Okay, let's remind you, one last reminder for the Fanatec Challenge. There we have the calendar for the NEC. You can see 22nd of May, that's the first race in Daytona. We're racing a WEC calendar, very good. Motor Race Brain asked how to join the server, the race right now. You can sign in on our website Nürburgring eSports.com under the Championship GT3 series. You can sign in for the last event on the Nürburgring in 2 weeks time. Just fill out the document, sign up for the race, and then you can choose your bar. I think besides Koblenz, in every bar there should be at least one simulator free for you. So if you're interested to sign in, just go to our website Nürburgring eSports.com, go to the GT3 series, sign up for the last race, for the final race of the GT3 series, or sign up for the NEC for the whole season in 2025. So my name is Sebastian, and I say thank you for joining me tonight. Don't forget the Fanatec Challenge. Come to our bars until the 4th of May. You can win a Fanatec Porsche Vision GT wheel. Thank you for the evening, and goodbye.